Alright, hey guys, I'm Matt Lighty. This is a quick video just going over the All4One progress overview because I just redid the Google document since a lot of the information has changed over the past couple months due to how they have assigned the categories for uniques. I am currently sitting at 1,139 uniques out of 1,153 currently accessible uniques. These are uniques if you were to start today. These are the ones you can get, 1153. If the tab reads 1150, there's 3 extra for fishing. So just always tack on 3 because the 3 fishing items just don't show in the base tab. Now there are things you could have gotten previously that affect this number, but it's not affecting mine, so this is where the current number is at for me. So I'm basically missing 14 uniques as of right now. That's obviously including things like Metamorph, which, you know, I could just hand in 4 of, but I digress. So these are all the League mechanic and exclusives. This tab was a lot longer, and it's a lot smaller now because most things were added to the base game. So we have the last league to introduce League uniques was Expedition. That's 3 leagues ago. It feels hard to say, but we have the Verana's Preparation. That's Verana's Flask, and the Faith Guard is a generic drop from Expedition. The Ultimate uniques I still track, though I don't, can't get them at the moment. They're removed from the game. These are the 3 from, you know, there's 3 of them from the Ultimatum, like, vendor experience and 3 from the boss. Ritual, those are still in. Heist, I'm only missing a couple. There's all the replicas, plus all of the unique contracts, plus all of the replacement for the Endgame ones. There's a couple, I believe. Yeah, it is. That's base game. Okay, that's one more I can take out. Anyway, the rest are either the Curio Case replacements or from unique contracts or the unique contracts themselves, and then a bajillion replicas. These are the Tier 3 Harvest Boss drops. Those only drop from, Tier 4 Harvest Boss. They only drop from the Tier 4 Harvest Bosses. The Oshabi drops, the Delirium drops, which are the Delirium Boss drops, plus Voices, plus Megalomaniac, plus Split Personality. Those are the ones you can get from Simulacrum. Metamorph, yep. These are the Blight drops. I think I'm missing one. Spore Guard, Stampede, Breath Stealers. Where's Breath Stealers? Breath Stealers, Spore Guard, Stampede, 3 helmets, and Strangle Grasp. Strangle Grasp is Uber, so I've been denoting that with like a fucking fancy star. Stasis Prison, again, Legion. The only 5 Legion uniques, or 6 I should say, that really you can get from just Legion mechanic are the 5 jewels in Stasis Prison. However, Stasis Prison is only achieved by using one of the timeless pieces, the Uber fragments. You can have 4 regular fragments and 1 Uber fragment in your 5-way. And technically, these can drop in maps, although it's like disgustingly like mirror tier rarity to have 1 drop off of a boss map. So they're pretty much considered Legion unique. Synthesis, you have the Synth map drops plus Cortex things. Betrayal has the Betrayal replacements. So things you can get at the end of safe houses, like specific ones. For example, Paradoxica is only, maybe I should put a misnomer. It's I-80 plus safe house for like certain ones that have like, we'll say the money symbol. Okay, so only the ones with the money symbol are from I-80 plus safe house, and they're also all specific, but yeah, everything else is from, you know, either we have the flask, we have the helm, we have the shield, we have the body, and the staff. That's all from Mastermind or Katarina, and Cloak of Tamariel is also like a Giga drop, but that's only from Elrion in one of the places that can give uniques. It's very complicated, Betrayal. Delve, you have all the boss drops, then you have the boot combinations and all the ring bases and the ring combinations. Incursion, you have the base uniques, the upgrade variations, and then all of the jewels. Shadow Stitch is also in there, because that's some weird shit. Let me just put the star for things that are weird, that require like specific conditions to be met. Bestiary is pretty straightforward, just Bestiary. Abyss has, I don't think, any specific conditions. No, you have the jewels, then you have the base drops. Harbinger, you have the base uniques, the maps themselves, and then the upgrade versions. Those require the scrolls, but you get those from the infused. Breach is the similar thing. The only one that's special, it's Unatal's Vow, because that's the Uber drop. Then you have boss in base game, so this is where it gets fucky-wucky, right? So you have Eater of Worlds, Searing Etch Arch. Those don't change. I have all this. Infinite Hunger and Blackstar have both the gloves for Infinite Hunger. Blackstar has the ring and the helmet, and they could each drop the Eternal Struggle, which is the new thing, and they both have different variations of them depending on what implicits you get. They have different proclivities for different roles, etc. So yeah, well, they could drop from both, I'm pretty sure. Shaper has its normal Shaper drops. Echoes of Creation's the new drop off of Shaper. Yep, that's the helmet. And then Sublime Vision is off of Uber Shaper, we believe. That's the jewel, and I'm pretty sure these have like different things. So this is like Wrath and Sap. There's probably one for Scorch and Anger, and Hatred Brittle. I assume, at least. Elder has a regular Elder, the Uber drops, and then there's the... This might be... I'm not sure if this is Uber, or this is like Uber, but that's the ring. Atziri now has Reflection. These are all the Uber drops, but Reflection's the new one that they added in from Prophecy, which was now gone. Cirrus has just a regular drop pool. Burden of Truth is the belt. That's a regular Cirrus drop. The only thing I would probably say is that there is something to be said about the massive thread. It doesn't really count as a thing because it's not a new unique. It's the same unique, but there is a variation that can only roll massive. That's from the Uber series, I guess. Maven has nothing special, no whatevers, just basic shit. I'm gonna skip this one for a second. Let's go back to the base game one. So we have the base. Why is this lit up for a second? I don't know. Anyway, we have base game. Whoa, hold on. Where's the fucking shield? I don't have the shield. Oh, it's because any value counts it. I understand now. I'm an idiot. So Labyrinth is all the jewels, which just, I think I'll drop from respective difficulties, but I'm not even sure what the fuck's up with that at the moment. Fishing, Angler's Plat has a condition, but they're all quite rare. But yeah, so base game. So what I have here is this is the list of actually every single current tier 0 or 1 unique. So tier 1 being what is perceived as the highest rarity, tier 0 being the extra highest rarity. Things that are tier 0, I believe, is only Squire, Mageblood, Headhunter, and I think Reefbane is technically tier 0, but it's also in a category of its own because it's fishing. So everything for here is actually a tier 1 unique, meaning if you see this, you would have hit what would be basically the rarest of the rare. If you ever see one of these drop, they're all similar rarity, but they're all extremely rare. So Abrath Hooves, Arakali's Fang, Garakon's Flight, Pelt, and it goes down. There's a lot of things that people don't realize are on this list even. For example, things like Katava's Feast or Tiebreaker. Those two-hand maces. Those are like, you know, people call them shit items half the time, but no, but they're actually incredibly rare. You know, things even like Morohi, it's actually tier 1 rarity as of the last data mining. Pledge of Hands, Rigwald Quills. The list is pretty long for what's actually considered gross rare. And there's things like Yilfman's Trickery, which is a basically useless item, but it's still tier 1 rarity. So, yeah, these things are incredibly rare. Now, obviously, I'm not tracking every unique in here because, again, most of them you just get as a byproduct of playing the game. But yeah, this is the gist of the list. So I will be touching up on this briefly, but I just wanted you guys to know going into this that I'm actually the closest I've ever been to unique completion, and that is a byproduct of the fact that they've not stopped doing, they pretty much stopped doing League uniques, and it seems like their focus now is solely on improving endgame content, which makes sense because they're pushing for Path 2 in the next couple of years. But it's great for me. It just means that I'm closer than ever to actually completing the goal for the series. I'll be the first person to ever have like a full documented collection of uniques. Obviously, people have died. The forever meme is that there was, within a month of Path being released, there was some kid in Korea who probably had every single fucking unique, some 12-year-olds, right? But people have had all uniques. That's not the point. It's just there's no, there's never been a documentation of it. There's never been a series. Not that it doesn't count unless it's recorded, but that's definitely like, very, very cool to have. Very cool to see the immortalization of it. So as we work closer towards that, we'll start to be, this league especially, working more towards getting a lot of these Uber ones filled out if it can. And it's no joke. It could take an entire league to get something even just like Sublime Vision. Who knows what the drop rate of that is? And it might, Uber Shaper might be incredibly difficult. So I could spend a month trying to just get one thing. That's kind of where I'm at now. A lot of these things are just like disgustingly rare. But yeah, it's just part of the fun, part of the adventure. So, yeah, 1139 out of 1153. We are closer than ever. But, yeah, this is always in the description below, or it's always in the All4One command and Twitch, etc. So feel free to, use this if you have any suggestions for how to better this system. I don't really like the Google document system. I always wanted to have a website used to track this, but it just was more hassle than it was worth. And I'd love to add, like, notes to each of the things, because a lot of these things, again, like, have conditions. So like Betrayal saying Cloak of Tamariel only drops off specific Elrion rooms when he's the leader. Like nobody, that sort of stuff that does. I'm not sure even the wiki has that. Let's double check. I always question how much the wiki has been historically shit for this game. So let's find out what they know. Drops only from chests from Elrion's reward rooms and Syndicate other than Intervention. Okay, so they do have this up to date, which is good. I've talked to the people who run the wiki and we've had things amended before. But then again, if you go to the unique section here, for example, they think that there is 1,120 uniques in the game when there are way more than that. So it's all kind of out of whack. They're trying their best. What can we do? All we can do is hope. Error module. Anyway, I'm Matt Lighty. This has been just a quick overview of the All4One progress, and I'll see you guys in a couple hours for Sentinel launch. If you're watching this later in the future, then you would have already seen Sentinel launch, and hopefully it's not a shit show. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.